Hello, ladies and gents. I just want to make a quick additional note to help with this announcement. We have our upcoming drafts for Project 1 due very soon. So I do want to call your attention to this announcement where I talk about a couple things you really need to make sure you're doing as you write your draft. Avoid first-person language. That means take out any I, me, my words that might appear in your essay. It lowers the academic tone and makes the essay more writer-centric instead of reader-centric. So we want to focus on the reader, not on your personal experience. The final sentence of the intro paragraph needs to be the thesis, and the thesis has a specific job. It needs to orient the reader to the community group you're profiling and discuss the surprising takeaway. It should be one sentence long, not multiple sentences, and it needs to be clear and concise in its argument. Every quote you're using, and you should be using quotes both from sources and from people in this profile group. All the quotes need to be placed in a quote sandwich. So we introduce the quote, we give it a little bit of context, we talk about who's speaking and why they're worth listening to. Then we give the quote, and then we prove how that quote supports our ideas in the essay. So we're sandwiching the quote within our own words, which is why it's called a quote sandwich. We do want to refer to people by full name or last name. We don't refer to people by first name unless we are very good friends with them. And here's where I really want to call your attention. All images in your essay, and you do have to include images in this essay, need to be properly formatted. And so I've got links for you here to make sure that you've got the tools you need to do that. This is the most common thing that I mark wrong in these essays and ask you to redo because folks really seem to struggle with this. So I want to make sure I'm calling attention to it now. So if you're inserting a figure into your essay, it needs to have a figure number. This will allow you to call out the image in the text. So if you're talking about, you say, as you can see in figure 1, members of this group are having a good time playing volleyball or something like that. So label each of your figures. This would be figure 1. And then you include the image, and then you have a note below that explains what the image is. And then you include a citation for that image. And we've got all the information you need to create those citations here for you at this webpage, and then also linked multiple places here in the announcements. So as you're putting the finishing touches on your drafts, go through this checklist. Make sure there's no first-person language. Make sure you have a clear thesis. Make sure all quotes are in a quote sandwich and are properly cited. Make sure you're referring to people by full or last name, and make sure all images and quotes and your references page are in proper APA format. I look forward to seeing what you guys create. Good luck and have fun writing.